streams and the hiccups and everything, at least I was sure to put all of my folders into one little folder that no one else can see the inside of. All right. So this is change. It should be full screen. Okay. It's a homeless survival experience. It's not quite a homeless simulator. But, oh, thank you, Kitsura, thank you. But it is kind of a game designed to draw people's attention to what it's like to be homeless. I have found, though, this is very much a kind of European-centric point of view. Just because things like free clinics are so very rare where I am in the US. Okay, so it's kind of a I want to say a roguelike simulator. It's kind of roguelike. I'm really bad. I don't know my own terms because it's late at night. It is a rogue simulator not rogue simulator, I'm so sorry. A roguelite that you go through it, you might be okay, you might lose. And each time you do, you gain a little something as you progress. Yeah. It's okay if I make mistakes when speaking, because everyone makes mistakes, right? So I am level 16. Little star means I have completed the story. I have done it for each. And if you want to make it harder, you can. You have to finish the story once. And they've made a few changes since I've played last, but for now, we'll get started. So I don't know if all of the tips are the same. You walk, you press A and D to walk left or right. If we talk to this gentleman, he either gives us a prep, food, or money. And we got ourselves a toothbrush. So the deal is earn enough money to survive the day, right? And if you collect trash, you can take it to a recycling center, which, as our intro said, isn't so common in Europe, but in the US and Asia it is. And I think the game is really just there to try and invoke empathy, right? Okay, there's a policeman. I don't want to talk to him. He's really bad at giving change. He arrests you. Okay, I went this way in hopes that there might be a recycling. Yay! There it is. I have 25 pieces of trash. I think unsurprisingly, you want the ideal situation is you get out of poverty as soon as possible. That's really difficult to do. The longer you play, the harder it is to go out of poverty, just because so many other events will crop up. So we could be a collector. You could get 2. A recycler or a scrounger. I'm going to go with collector because if I can double scrap, especially when scrap becomes rare, it'll be good. And right now it doesn't matter where I'm going. I'm looking for a shelter. There we go. I'm trying to find a shelter close to a library. Oh, cool. I could eat it or not. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat it. I don't care if I get sick. This is really useful. It is day labor. So I can volunteer my services. And hopefully someone will pay me and not take advantage of the fact that I'm homeless. You know, human trafficking. This is a job place, however. You need to have certain things like identification, a bank, record of an address in order to get a job. So if you don't have an address, if you don't have an address, you can't get an ID. Let's start there. If you don't have an ID, you can't get a job. And I should have gone somewhere else. Well, I got some crisps, so I'm going to eat those. It's a little late to get to a shelter because they have curfews. Steal success rate. I'm going to pass on that for now. I'm going to go with rough sleeper because I don't know that I'll always be able to get to a shelter. Okay, no more scrap, which is a shame. I might have to go back. Oh, no. I'm good. No, I don't want to go to the subway. My bad. This one. I wanted this one. Okay, I got... I got lucky. So what I bought, as I eat my crisps here, is a litter picker. So I'm not going to lose as much hygiene and be as stinky. I'm also going to eat my apple. The game is over if my happiness gets to 0. I'm pretty much so depressed that I give up. And I'm going to do some day work in hopes that I'm going to get a job. Okay, scrub on knees and floor. If I ask for any more, I'm going to have... it's 50% chance that I'm going to be assaulted or taken advantage of in some way or not get paid. And if I try to argue for more, then it's even more likely. Okay. I'm going to buy those juice packs, but I'm not going to drink them. Juice packs are really good just for even a little bit of happiness. And this sandwich man is going to give a sandwich. It's great. The street vendors are really useful. However, I come from a place where there aren't many street vendors. It's mostly food trucks now. So that always took me by surprise. I'm gonna eat that apple. It doesn't matter. And I'm in the shelter. So the group is charity. I'm gonna risk the happiness lost. I'm not gonna set it as my residence. I'm still looking for a good shelter. I think the privacy thing is a very big reason why I wouldn't want to stay in a shelter. It doesn't matter if it's going to give me an address. It doesn't matter if it's going to give me I can't. I only have 82 pence. Okay, I can now. You just don't have any privacy. And yet, when I go, or not when I go, but when I see homeless camps or places where the unhoused live, they do have their own privacy and tarp tents or makeshift tents or little cardboard huts. I want that bag. So that's kind of I guess that's one of the reasons I wouldn't stay in a shelter, is not because it doesn't provide something. It doesn't always feel safe being in a group of that many people. And there's no way around it. I think shelters are trying to do the most good for the most people, ideally, right? The most good for the most people. And they don't always have the resources to sweat the little things. Sweet crisps. I don't have a job yet. It's going to be a while. One thing I can do is I can come in here and study. I can't check out any books or anything. I will say libraries tend to have a lot of public services beyond just here's a book. They're like a free internet cafe. They often have classes you can take or programs you can get attached to, or not attached to, but you can use. Like I learned how to make soap in a library before. I think they're very overlooked in what they provide. Oh, heck yeah. That's new. I'm not used to that vending machine. I need food. Okay. And the same thing, increased chances of bad events and being mugged. I don't have a choice. It's almost 7. Like, exactly. Once the curfew hits, that's the end. So as you prepare your bed for sleep, you watch a scruffle break out with the shelter staff. Some crazy guy is fighting to get in. Let me in, for fuck's sake. It's fucking cold out there. With staff members, big and patient, bar the way as they explain the rules. It's after curfew now, and he's late. He curses at the staff as he goes back to the street. You look around and see a few beds that aren't being used tonight, and it makes you feel a little guilty, even if you've done nothing. Like, can you imagine? You get sick one day. You just have a bacterial infection that doesn't seem to go away. And you have to go to the ER because you're trying to not go to the doctor or something. And just one thing goes wrong, one lab test. You can't afford to pay it right away. You've got to get the mortgage or whatnot. And suddenly you're treated like you can't afford your house. You're too far behind. Suddenly you end up unhoused and everyone treats you like you're a little kid. I would be interested in a version of this game if you were to live in a car, because that's, I think, how a lot of unhoused people do. I'm going to go with Morsel Master. I eat that trash food. Awesome. I can't carry any more. Yep. And these two teens will always say something bad. Always. So this is where we started. I'm trying to think of where in my city we even have public water closets or restrooms, and I can't. I've lived in a few cities, and I think it always seems to be up to private businesses where I have lived. I remember once I went to Hong Kong, and I was so blown away by public toilets. Like, not just Hong Kong, but in Japan and in China. But I remember thinking in Hong Kong, they were just really, really nice. Really, really nice. And I was surprised at how big and well maintained they were. And I was thinking, why can't we have stuff like that back in the US? So I think something's going on with no, if it looks nasty, that's our warning. I think something's going on with NVIDIA that I couldn't play, but that's all right. It's all right for now. Now, the residence doesn't have heat. It's also not near a library, but it'll do for today, which is a lot of how this game is. It'll do. And as a roguelike, all of the buildings and where you can go are generated. Okay. Yep, there's a constant anxiety that comes with staying in the regular shelters. I definitely should have put a trigger warning. Before I continue, this is going to have a trigger warning for a hint at sexual assault. Not that it will or won't happen. It could, but that's what it's hinting at. Okay. It doesn't matter which one you choose, you're still going to get the negative moodlet. And it's not that it's sexual assault, just assault in general. Increase cash gained. Yes, please. This gentleman will trade. I wanted to trade with this guy, a police officer. Yeah. He won't trade me right now. I have a bad rep. If you are caught begging in front of an officer, they will give you warnings and then they will arrest you. And sometimes you just have to deal with it. Because you really need to eat or you really need money. See, there's a library and a recycling center. And a job office, which we can't do because we don't have a residency. That's kind of the first thing we need. A watch is nice. Now I can wake up earlier. I don't have to wake up with the sun. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to check the shelter out. It's shady. Bad events. I might take shady though, because it's going to heat me at least in the wintertime. It doesn't matter about the pizza crust, their food. I don't have enough for the scarf. Subway systems. I always think they're recycling centers. They never are. Cigarettes? Okay. It's dirty. I will take dirty over I might get mugged. I'm just being honest. This is a really happy-go-lucky game. This is a game sometimes I need to take a step back and just be like, okay, I've done what I can for today. It's a little too real at times. A novel. And pills. I don't know what pills prevent illness. That would be awesome, though. Okay. We're closed after 3 p.m. Yeah, the bus is £1, but there's lots of these different places within a generation, or the random generator. But if you don't like what has been generated, you can move to a new area and reset the map. There's no promises, though, that if you want to go to the subway, that the bus will take you to the subway you want to go. It's just going to take you to one of the subways in the map. And I've noticed then it will always continue to take you to that particular subway or post. Okay, gonna wash up. I really like this family. Really like this family shelter. I'm gonna set my residence to there. Yep. And now I need to stay. Good events do happen. See? There's a scratch card. And also it's wintertime. So 2 things. Yes. Crap. Okay. I need to go to the laundromat. Or laundrette. I'm still at 91 for happiness, so I'm actually doing really good this run. I started warm. Things go not, how do I say? Your happiness goes down a lot if you are cold. And there's not really a you die in this. I think that's too mean for this game even. But there is a... It's just not worth it. Just depression and give up. And that... There we go. There's laundry. That can be a lot. So in the wintertime... Heart of Stone. Boop, boop, boop. Still can't afford laundry. That's okay. Trench coat man, help me. Lady, be my friend. Oh. There's been a lot of chat that I haven't noticed.
That's why I'm offering you the laptop.
Oh, no, you're working, love.
I don't care.
Hi, Safi. It just connected, okay?
If you want the laptop, I'll leave it here and go.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But thank you for letting me know.
I didn't know how else to tell you, so.
No, I'm
I'm
glad.
stream, sorry.
I wish I had 75 burgers. I need to eat. Please, trench coat person. Okay. We'll be friends like a parasaur. Okay. I'm sorry I didn't see you, Safi. Okay. So, I'm gonna continue harassing people for money. I just need a little bit to get to the laundry. Please. I can't study anymore. I can't talk to the cop. Cops are not friends. Right? Okay, bye. Oh, it's not successful because this is fun. It's not successful because I need clean clothes. I need money to get my clothes clean. I'm doomed. I'll just go ahead and turn in the trash. There we go. Back to the laundry. So I'll pay the premium because it lasts longer. And now people will be more likely to give me money. Not that person. I have some choice words for you, friend. You're a parasaur. No, a didn't want to bother someone else. I want to bother you. Why should you give me anything? Yeah, that's a good question because I need to eat, but okay. Oh, the curfew was 6:45. Guess I'm not staying there tonight. I will not buy drugs. Okay? Public restrooms are closed after 8 p.m. It's just gonna be a bad night. I have 25 cents. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad night. It's this woman's spot. I'm not gonna fight with a random lady. Yeah, no curfew is the best. I am sick. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised I'm sick. The game audio is going to be a little bit weird. It is a little stuttery at times, and I think it's on purpose. This piano music, though, should be solid. Okay. I just think I'm cursed, honestly. Okay, so all this tells me is I need to give up having Mac. That's all I'm hearing right now. Build yourself a PC. Oh, no, it's really quiet because we're playing OBS. We'll see. OBS is the best. At least I'm learning a lot about OBS. That's all I can say. And my computer's like 5 years old, too. I may just go ahead and call it a night. Notice I'm cold. My happiness is going down. At least in the water closet I can warm up. That's okay. The audio is probably a little bit stuttery because I have to put it through another system. I have to have a different plugin in order to port music. So, thank you all. I think I'm just gonna stop now and cut my losses. I hope you guys have a good night. Good night, Safi. Good night, Katsura. As if you're not gonna, like, see me in 10 seconds. Bye. Thank you all for coming.